It's your girl Ginger. Sorry if I don't seem like my happy self, but I wanted to come up here and explain to you guys why I'm going to be taking probably about a week or two break, because something happened this week. On Tuesday of this week, February 15th, I probably had to make the hardest decision in my life so far, and that was to put my little Shadow, my 13-year-old dog, to sleep. What happened is Monday he started showing signs that he wasn't feeling well. Started with, and sorry for the graphic explanation, he started having diarrhea, to the point where he wanted to go out about every 2 to 3 hours. Not being able to hold food down was the second thing, because he would strain so hard he would throw up. But I thought maybe it was a bad reaction to his canned dog food, even though he had been eating this canned dog food for about a year, with no reaction. And so the next morning I woke up, and it had been a restless night, him wanting to get down to go to the bathroom all the time, him panting and shaking. And so I called the vet and set up an appointment for that day. But that morning I knew something we had to get in right away, because he had 2 seizures. And to understand I've never talked about him on this channel. He is a high anxiety dog that is prone to seizures, and we switched his dog food to a grain-free dog food, which helped keep the seizures away for probably 5, 6, 7 years. He would sometimes get to the point where he looked like he might go into one, but he would be able to calm himself down. And we were always very aware of when he would get anxious and tried to calm him down. And sometimes even just going outside in the cold, cooling him off helped. But that morning he had 2 massive seizures and he would not stand up. And so I ended up frantically calling the vet again and saying we need to get in now, because he had 2 seizures and he hasn't had one for 5 or 7 years. Something's terribly wrong. And I was correct. He had some swelling in his abdominal area. They couldn't find a tumor or anything, but there was some fluid. And his blood work came back that pretty much his bone marrow stopped functioning, and doing what it needed to do for the body, which is, your bone marrow does a lot, even for dogs and animals, a lot, as well as humans. And pretty much they confirmed that. And I asked him, I'm like, is he then dying slowly and in pain? And they said, I'm sorry, but yes. So I had to make that decision so that he wouldn't be in pain anymore, to put him down. And that was and so far that has probably been the hardest decision I have ever had to make, because he was my first pet and pretty much my first best friend. Sorry, I'm trying not to cry. And it's hit me hard. Because he literally, if anybody who knew him knew, he fit his name to a T. He would follow me around everywhere, constantly. Every time I moved, he was up and alert. Literally, he needed me more than I probably needed him, even though I feel like I need him now to get through this. But he was definitely my little buddy. He was my baby boy. And his nickname for me, because of that, was Shababies. So it's been a difficult 3 days. I've just been taking some time to myself. I'm still working because I do need some distractions, but it has definitely been hard not hearing his cadence behind me of his paws. Opening a door and he, like, if I go take a shower and he's not there. The hardest thing I would have to say is coming home, because he would always be in our window that looks over our garage and be barking his little head off, so excited that I'm home. And I think that's the hardest thing right now when I leave the house. So I need to take some time to heal a little bit and just work on this new norm for myself. We do have another dog. Her name is Lady, that I adopted when I was over in Cedar Falls because I was missing having a dog in my life so much. But thank you so much for understanding. We will be back to regular scheduled videos, I said, in about a week or two, so it'll either be the 28th or it will be March 7th. Probably bank on March 7th of content being released, because I really need to take some time. And also, any of my family members or anybody, because I did post this on Facebook and a couple of social media areas, thank you so much for all of your love and condolences and your prayers. It means so much to me. And I know it just means so much to me in support of what I'm going through and sharing your stories, but also in support of him, because he might not have trusted easily, but once he deemed that person was trustworthy, he loved him unconditionally and loved the attention that my friends gave him and family members gave him. So thank you so much. That means so much to me. And the memories, even though I still tear up at the memories, I know it will get easier to remember him. And I have this 13 years full of love, happiness, adventures with him. But it is definitely going to be tough as we try to navigate a new norm, especially for me without him. So thank you so much for understanding, and I will see you back for regular content on March 7th.